Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to bring you a Gigi Hadid look, and it is from the AMAs, and I'm going off of this picture she posted on her Instagram. I tried to recreate her hair, but my hair is too long and I feel like I look like I have a mullet right now, but regardless, I'm going to go full-fledged into it and we are going to do this. I'm really excited. I think this is such a fresh look for like spring, and I'm really excited for it. Starting off, you want to make sure your skin is very moisturized because in the picture her face looks so healthy. So I'm going to be using two primers. The first primer I'm going to start with is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer, and I'm going to bump that because that does give my skin a very natural, but the smell is so awful on this, it almost is enough for me to not use this product. And on top of that, I'm going to use a butt ton of the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer, and I'm going to, her skin was so healthy and very luminous. Now after you're looking like a disco ball, hot mess, I'm gonna go straight in to my foundation. Because the eyeshadows are very light, I don't feel the need to wait until the end. So I'm going to be mixing my L'Oreal True Match Lumi and my Matte Velvet by Makeup Forever. The reason I'm doing this is because right now, I mentioned in my previous video, but I'm having a ridiculous allergic reaction to a CoverGirl foundation that I had, and I know that these aren't going to break me out worse, and they're actually, yeah, they're not going to make me feel like crap. So, and a pump of that primer as well, just to make sure that the doing this sticks. I'm going to mix it together and apply it to my face. Her skin looked flawless, but it looked like skin. So I'm going to let that chill out, and I'm going to move on to my brows. Now Gigi Hadid has a very fluttery, very kind of crazy brows that are just absolutely stunning. So obviously mine are not going to look the same way, but I'm going to try an attempt to make them. And I'm going to be using the Maybelline Brow Drama in the color Blonde. And I'm just going to be using it and going upwards. Something similar to that. Really weird with them. Like I said before, I don't have Gigi Hadid's brows. These are just similar to what I've seen in the picture, that it looks like kind of what she does. Her brows are always extremely natural. Moving on to my eyes, I'm going to conceal a little bit of them and add a primer on top of that. For my primer, I'm going to go with a shimmery primer, so I'm going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance in the color Champagne. In the picture, it didn't really look like she had anything but really shimmers, but in the outer corner there was a little bit of a dark brownish shade. So I'm going to use this Bella Cafe by Milani, and it's in the gel powder eyeshadow formula. My Eco Tools Dual Ended, and just concentrate that on the end of my eye and a little bit into the crease. And then on top of that, a little bit of my Chocolate Soleil bronzer, just to add a little bit more warmth and kind of almost oranginess to that, if that makes sense. For the lid, she had a very white, shimmery, bright inner corner, and honestly all over the lid. So I'm going to be using my Ofra Blushing Strips in the color Illuminating, and I'm going to take that white shade and a little bit of that pink shade just to tone it down a bit because it is extremely pigmented. And with my finger, just take a little bit more of that and put it on the lid. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of that brown shade and place it on the other where we kind of lost a bit of the intensity. And on the smudger brush end, I'm going to place that also on the inner half of my under waterline. Now I'm going to leave the eyes for 1 second while I quickly finish my under eye, because I'm also going to have to redo some of that underneath where I conceal. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer that I used on my lids, and I'm just going to apply that underneath my eyes. I'm also going to apply that on any blemishes that I have because her skin was flawless. And quickly blending that out with my sponge. And her under eyes were extremely, extremely bright, so I don't have a bright enough concealer, so I'm going to take into my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, cream contour kit, in the color Fair. I'm going to take this shade, which is Soft Light, on my finger. And I'm going to apply that underneath as well, just to warm up the product and to brighten up my under eye. And to set that, I'm going to lightly use my thing and my loose powder. I'm not going to bake or anything like that because, again, she was extremely luminous, but I don't want any creasing. I'm going to take that smudger brush once again just to reapply if I missed any places or covered it up. My lower lash line. She wasn't wearing a ton of eyeliner, but you can tell at the base of her lashes there's a little tiny bit of black just to hide the lash band. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked palette and I'm going to take the Creep with the tiny little flat little brush and be extremely, this is not the key of it, it's just to hide the lash band to make the lashes look thicker. Now I'm going to add a thick coat of mascara. I'm going to use my Maybelline Lash Sensational. Now, she did not, in this specific event, wear mascara on her bottom of the lashes. You could stop here as far as the eyes go and be good to go if you want this to be more of a daytime look. But I'm going to add a bit of my Demi Wispies. And by a bit, I mean the whole strap. In this specific picture, it looks like she's wearing a butt ton of individual lashes. However, individual lashes are not my forte, so I'm going to go with the Demi Wispies. So we'll give the same effect, and it'll save time, and I won't want to kill myself. That feels good. So I'm going to quickly apply these lashes, and I'll be right back. Now in the picture, she doesn't look heavily contoured in the slightest, more bronzed, but there's a bit. So I'm going to take my Chocolate Soleil and my Real Techniques contouring brush and just slightly give myself a little bit of some cheekbones. And on a big fluffy brush, I'm going to take it and just slightly warm up my cheeks. It doesn't look like she's wearing any blush, just bronzer. And I am going to contour my nose using my finger and that thing, bronzer. And for my highlight, I am actually going to swirl together the same that I put on the eyes, all four of them, but dab it off because it can get intense. And she had some down her nose. Now for the lips, it was a pinky nudish color, so I'm going to take the Color Pop Lippy Stick in the color Bound and just lightly. The lips looked extremely natural as well. So. And as my final step, I'm just going to take my Primer Water by Smashbox just to set all of the powders, because I did use a lot of powders. So. And after you're done with that look, you are completed. I absolutely love this look. I like Gigi Hadid's style. It's so natural. Well, natural, I mean, obviously. But it is such a fresh, good look. I feel like this is going to be one of my staples for spring. I really like it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Give this video a big ol' thumbs up and share it. Also down below is all of my social medias, so please follow me on that. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.